Well, welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. After investing into a startup, it's important for the angel investor to determine their role with the startup. There are several roles to consider. The investor can take an advisory board seat and provide coaching to the startup on an informal basis. The investor can take a board seat and help guide the founders through a formal board seat with regularly scheduled meetings and reports. The investor could forego the board seat but stay in touch with the founders to provide support and advice. It's important to define with the founders the information rights, including what content and how often it should be delivered. Frequency of updates should match the needs of the company. When the company is in a steady state mode, this is often quarterly. If the company is in crisis mode, such as running out of cash, then this should move to weekly. Regardless of the state of the startup, the investor should check in at least once a quarter with a call to the founder. Finally, the investor should track the investment in their portfolio and maintain the most recent valuations and ownership levels. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start up something today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.